All right, good morning and thank you for keeping it Citizen Television. Actually, we are back from a break. Yes, and that is what we want to talk about. Have you ever been in a relationship with someone and then suddenly ukaambiwa, we need to take a break, or I need a break, or we need to take some time, think of issues, see whether this is what we really both want? Have you ever found yourself in that spot in a relationship? That is exactly what we want to talk about. Whether it is effective, whether it is even allowed, and what this break is for in the first place. And that is why I have a panel with me in studio to break it down and represent all the voices in the society. So that it's not a one-sided conversation. Thank you so much, ladies, for creating time for Social Tuesday. It's good to see you.
Thank you for having us.
Munakani kama mkona point.
Tukona moto. Lakini unakaa fiti. I love this. Aki safini we na colors. Lakini safini nini na colors. Kuna vile tu unajuanga tu colors.
And no color looks bad on her. Whether it's luminous, screaming,
whatever color.
You guys just go.
Unakaa tu fiti. Oh yeah. Unakaa tu fiti. I just love the look, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you. You look amazing as well.
Thank you, Mami.
Thank you.
Good to have you.
Good to see you.
Mnakuanga tu black, mnakuanga mmeongea, but ni sawa.
Tuna on break, manze. We on a break. In black.
What do you do? Ukiambiwa kitu kaa hiyo, like, we need a break. Break inamaanisha nini kwanza? Let's be honest. Like, what's this thing?
Tukweni serious.
Hiyo break inakuanga ya nini? Let's be serious.
Break ni red flag actually. A break is a red flag. And I've been there. Mi ndo nilisema niko na break. And mi I take from what I said, from where I was seated. When I said
break.
But so ndo nataka ku-explain ni break. Nikimwambia tuko na break, I really meant I was just breaking up, but in a very polite way. You know, like, I'm just saying, you know, it's over, but to peane space. There's nothing like space in a relationship. If you're asking for space in a relationship, then it means you don't love this person enough to actually persevere and enjoy everything. Simnosemaga for better, for worse, in sickness and in health, till death do us part, you know. That's kind of serious when you say that. So if you're getting into a relationship, and I keep saying this, if you're getting into a relationship, you better be ready and you better be serious. If not, then kaa side yenye si tuko, Kaa tu side ya singles, acha kusumbuana na watu huku nje. Because why are you wasting someone's time? I feel like it's a waste of time. And when people get into a break, when someone tells you, I need a break, oh my God, you should be very worried about that break. Say, either ameona mtu mwingine pale nje, ama tu hakufeel anymore. It's as simple as that. Unless tutakujia hizo points, but kuna zile situations zenye ukisemanga you're in a break, it's okay. Kuna zile, God forbid, but kuna zile situations kama maybe loss of a child, you know, maybe loss of a job. Kuna zile vitu serious unaweza feel like atuko poa. We are not healing together.
Like, those are the moments you really need each other.
Na ndio maana nasema
hizo moments unachukuaje break because of something as serious as that? Your time.
Unaona hizo vitu ziki happen na u feel umse hamko compatible ama you're not healing together, or you're not together. That's the point that you know by the kitu it's not working out. That's why I'm saying a break is a step towards a breakup, and you should be really worried. It's a red flag, and you're not getting back together. By the way, a break, you should ask the why. Why are we breaking up? You should be bold enough to ask that person. You should be bold enough, because if you're not asking why, muulize, okay, mbona tuna break, mbona tuna take a break? Is it that you're not feeling this? Is it that you need to work on something? Unajua nile kusemati, oh, you know, it's about me, it's not you. What is
you're
it?
Too perfect.
You're too perfect for me. You're too perfect for me.
You are too perfect for me.
Ati we ni mpoa sana. Manze we ni mpoa sana. Mi si msemfiti na siku deserve. By the way, vitu zingine kama hizo safini, tuache tu kubeba na ufala. Msi akikwambia ni break, you should take it seriously, you should take it as a red flag. Na ujue tu, either we mse ameacha kukufeel, ama there's something seriously wrong with that relationship. Maze, it's a done deal. Mi najuanga hiyo ni deal break. Because mimi nishaambia mse tuko break, and I really meant like, oh yeah, we are breaking up, but sikumwambia, nilikuwa nasikia vibaya tu, like singemwambia tu face like, oh yeah, mi nataka ku break up na yeye.
Utakuja uniambie why ulijua tu chini ya maji hata this was not going anywhere, But ukaamua tu kuisugarcoat I need to breathe.
Says I can't be that bad person.
Yeah. But then, Roberta, what do you think? Kama ushaichukua break na mkarudiana vizuri na ikawaka na ikakuwa effective in your relationship, please tell us. Share with us how that worked. But then tell me your thought.
Nasikiza tu cutie and najua tumeagree mtu mmoja kwa devil's advocate like
imekuwa hard.
Lakini, but you know how I'm thinking about it is the more I learn about people's behaviors and psychology and relationships and how people react in relationships, naanza kurealize that, na nimembo hiki tu mara mob this year, human beings are not as binary as we think. People are very complicated. You know how even they say this thing for, if he wanted to, he would. If she wanted to, she would. Sometimes you want to, but you don't. And it doesn't mean that you don't want to. Let's say you want to, I always give this example because of cutie. Let's say you want to start going to the gym. And you really want to, like it's been in your resolutions, you really, really need it, you want it, you've done every step that like puts you ahead in doing it, but you just don't have either the strength or the commitment. It doesn't mean that you don't want to. It just means that you're not doing it or you don't want it as bad. But it doesn't mean that if you don't want to, you don't want to. If you need, like human beings are much
more complicated than what.
Yeah, sometimes you want something, but you just don't go all the way because you're tired, because you're lazy, because you're sad.
All right.
And like I said, as I keep learning about people and relationships, I'm learning that even with your friendships and the people around you, you've not been around them during all seasons. And I like that Cutie brought up grief. Maybe ujai kwa na chali yako sali amemiss mamake. Ujai kwa na yeye sali mmelose mtoi. Ujai kwa na demi yako sazile amelose job. This is the first time you guys are experiencing these things. And it brings me down to that thing where people say the ups and downs of relationships. Ups and downs, see abuse, cheating, lying, stealing. Ups and downs ni sasa vitu kama hivi.
Realities is alive.
Go through together. Like, maybe a trauma might hit you. Maybe you guys might go through loss. Maybe you guys might lose your house. Maybe you guys might be having a difficult time understanding each other within the relationship. So I'd say that, I'm not going to entirely say that breaks are bad. I'm just saying that within the relationship you're in, within the boundaries you've set for yourself, the kind of communication you have, the way you people like each other, the space you create for each other, it could be a good thing. It just depends. And watu wengine wenye wakwanga, kama tulikuwa tunaongea kwa makeup room, watu wengine uko in relationships, actually it's Safin who was telling us.
Oh my God, I'm scared. They say?
It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's
the things I say off air. Yeah. Which one?
When you get with someone and then you expect the relationship to be so perfect. Like you're already building these castles in your head. And that's something we do a lot. Very easily. It's called limerence, where you start liking someone, you start imagining them in ways that maybe hata hayuko hivyo, lakini wewe unamwonanga tu hivyo kwa akili yako. So akifanya anything against the thoughts you had in your head or anything against what they said they do or promise, immediately you're ready to cut it off. You're done. I'm sorry. I'm tired.
Yes, I said that.
Yeah.
I take responsibility.
You see, and that's not how relationships are. Yeah. We're supposed to lead with grace and kindness and peace. So I would like for people to get into their relationships with the mindset of not just what am I getting from this relationship, but what can I give? And if mtu wangu akuja niambie, unajua Cutie ndo aliambiana, mimi ndo nilikuwa on the receiving end. Someone has told me before, we need a break. I mean, in that point, in that context, I didn't think they were trying to break up with me. This is such a long time ago, so many years ago. I didn't think that they were trying to break up with me. I took it as maybe kuna vitu tu hazimesh, so we need space. But then I saw them detach. So yes, it was a way of them breaking up with me easier.
Stage one.
Yeah.
But then, because you said safely, you said safely, you're not like against a break entirely.
Yeah.
In certain situations, it could actually happen. So break, tunaiangalia inakaaje? Like practically, how does it look like? This safe breakup that is positive. And then what purpose is it supposed to serve?
Yeah.
If you guys are living your lives separately?
Yeah. So like I was saying, it just depends with the kind of relationship you're in. Like me and you, Safin, I'd like to say we're friends.
Yeah.
We see each other not that often, but within that time we're not speaking with each other, whether we have beef or not. It gives us time to be able to think about, did I talk to Safin right? she called me out on this. Like, did I fix it? Am I better? Am I able to come back into the friendship more confident? Am I able to speak my mind up? And I was just talking about, so to answer your question, hizi vitu mnajidefainia. Si Roberta atawadefainia waambie, Roberta alisema break inakaa hivi. No. It could be, I just need 24 hours to go, breathe. I'll talk to you tomorrow morning, I promise. I still love you. I still miss you. I still think about you. It doesn't mean I don't like you. I'll talk to you in 24 hours. Cool, cool. What it does, it gives the person with anxiety relaxation, gives the one who wants to detach space. So everyone is getting what they want. Wewe umepewa reassurance yako, unajua kesho Bea ataniongelesha. Na wewe mwenye anataka space anajua sasa at least nimepewa space.
I agree with you. Acha nirudi huko. You are perfect sana. While dear Roberta iko, I want to live in that world. Sasa ile situation, hakuna reassurance QT. Umeambiwa kwanza, they are very open and candid to say, I want us to figure out whether this is what we really want for each other. Yeah, they take a break like that and they tell you, I think it's good for us to really think about where this is going and whether this is what we really want for the both of us.
It's the audacity for me. I mean, Safin, really? Like, tumekuwa kwa relationship. And then you just come up and tell me, by the way, I need a break. I need to figure this out. What are you figuring out, bro? Like, what are you figuring out? Yeah? If you cannot stand me right now, then there's no future for us, honestly. Because hizi vitu zenye unataka kwenda kufigure out, kama uwezi zifigure out saizi tukiwa na wewe, then what does that mean for the future? And that's why I'm saying it's important to ask the why. Okay, mbona tuna break up? Define the why.
To break up?
No, the break, sorry, the
we
break.
Are just taking a break.
No,
and it's not about you, by the way. Mimi ndio naona ni kama niko na shida.
Define the break.
Explain hivyo.
Niambie in details kwanza, no ni draw up figures mathematically.
Unajua cute ndio ni break. Alafu sasa amesahau.
No, mimi nilisema. I gave the why. You know what? I was bold enough to give the why, but it was a subtle way of just saying, you know what? This thing is not working out. Tuanza kumwambia, by the way, you're not the man that sitafuti hizi characters Buddha auna maybe unaenda kuzitafuta ama ujaribu you see, but you need to define the why. And then after that, you also need to define what will we be doing when we are on this break. Because you see, if we're on a break, then it means I'm in an open relationship. This is an open relationship. I can do whatever I want. There are people who have been on a break and they come back and hi, a kid later, We've seen that. Like mtu anakuja, yeah, I can't throw anyone under the bus, but someone comes and they're like, but they worked through it. Though there was a child involved and the child is innocent. The child was just chilling and then these people, they're on their issues, they have breaks. Yani, you're on a break, but you have this audacity you're going to, but there are reasons why people take a break. For example, Safin, let me give a very valid reason. It could be he wants kids, or I don't want kids, or I want kids, he doesn't want kids.
So how will you have kids when you're on a break?
That's the thing. He can that's when it comes to, you can take a break and say, by the way, Mimi, right now, I'm building my career, bro. So if you feel like this kid thing, you want to have kids and I'm not ready for this, by the way, let's just take a break, go and think about it, go and think about if you really want to have kids with me. And if you don't, and if it doesn't work out, then well and good. But for me, breaks, and I will stand by this, are a red flag, and that someone is not feeling you anymore. There's nothing like a break in a relationship. That's just a process towards nika kumalizia. Tunamalizia ile divorce, tunamalizia separation, tunamalizia breakup. Yani it's just a step. Ni kama kupanda stairs. By the time ufike pale juu, unasemaga, there's light at the end of the tunnel. That's the light at the end of the tunnel. It's the breakup for me, by the way. But you see, Safin, when I said that to this person, they came up with, I can do all these things for you. And I was like, bro, imagine, don't do that. Don't actually do that. I need the break. And nili bounce. Like I just walked away. We never went back to. And if you can check, maybe if people can ask themselves, the audience, Ebu, ask yourself, have you ever come back from a break? Really? Kuna watu wamerudi kutoka kwa break. Kiukweli tu Safin.
Break na ukarudi.
Mimi personally.
Breathe in, breathe out.
Uongo.
Test waters, ukaona,
unaendaga una test.
a better place.
Unaendaga una test. test waters bro. Unaendaga una test waters, unapata aya umemeet mtu mwenye goals zenyu ziko aligned. Kama ule yako anataka watu wewe, nimepata mtu mwenye ananiambia babe, by the way, you'd make a very beautiful mother. You see, you start getting attention for things that you are craving from this person, but they weren't giving you. So a break is very dangerous, because if you're on that break, you go somewhere else, you get the attention, you get all the things that you wanted in another person, and you're like, but I'm not, adios muchachos, I'm not coming back to that relationship. I'm moving on with this person, and I'm getting to this person. That's why I'm saying it's very important to define the why, and what will we be doing when we are separated? Are we still together, or are we still apart together? There's that. Are we together, like tuko pamoja? You're not supposed to see other people. You're not supposed to go out on dates. You're not supposed to do, you know, those things. Or you can see other people, you can date other people, and if you decide to come back together, well then, we can come back together. But breaks are not a good thing for any relationship, whether it's a marriage, whether it's a relationship, hata ya 1 year ama 6 months, achana mambo na break. Mtu ameona mse mwingine huku nje anataka tu kwenda na yeye.
Okay.
Rosafi.
I mean, Roberta, how then do we... Why are you laughing? You know, marriage, we've had, you know, several speakers and marriage counselors say, even in church, sometimes they allow separation. Yani inafika point wanakubali, like, okay, you guys can munaweza ishi kando kidogo as we try to. So there is some level of, it means kwa relationship there is some level of munaweza fika mnataka hiyo space kidogo. But then your space, how should it be treated?
I love that question. And you see, this thing for break, it's not just in relationships. Sometimes you need a break from your mom. Sometimes you need a break from your job, your siblings. Sometimes you need even a break from vacation. Vacation sana mpaka now I'm back. Miss Jeffika hapo, but so lazima mkwe na stipulations, lazima mu have your communication. And I want to bring it back to the person who asks for the break, because now huyo ndo akona shida. Juu akona feelings flani na hajui kujibonga, hajui kuji-explain vizuri. Cause kama ni ukweli vitu Kitia nasema ni ukweli, like hiyo ndio kenye ina happen kwa ground, inamaanisha hiyo ni kitu watu wanafanyiana basi. Na ndo maana mtu akimention break, everyone is like, nope, I'm not doing it, because you've been through it and you already know what it kind of meant in that situation. But I'm trying to show you guys another scenario where you guys are growing in the relationship, growing within yourself, growing in love, growing in friendship, not just with your lover, but with all the community you have around you, whether it's with your work, your school. Lazima kukuwe na stipulations flani, boundaries flani. Mimi nanzanga kazi 8. Ikifika past 5, don't call me about work. You can call me about other things. That's just a boundary. It's not that if someone calls you at 6, utakata pesa. Doesn't mean that. Or it doesn't mean that if your boss asks you to kindly do something for 15 minutes, you'll refuse. Or you won't find a way to negotiate and discuss. It's just communication. So whatever area in your life where you might feel like, I need a break, please, Kenye Kitia mesema, jiulize why. Why do I feel like I need this break? Is it because I'm done with this relationship and I'm trying to drag it out without hurting the other person? Is it that my communication is not that good, it's not enough, I'm not confident enough to tell them how I feel, what I need in the relationship? So it goes back to you mwenye ameitisha break. Mbona anaitisha break? Amechoka, hajiski, ana like mse mwingine. Whatever the reason might be, this person, the same confidence they have to be able to come and tell their lover that they need space from them, they should garner the same confidence and be able to give them reasons, explain, give this person reassurance, like, cutie, si ati siku like, ama si ati sikupendi. Even hii friendship yetu, tunaonana daily manze. Ata Saturday, sini chill tu. Unaona, like, it's, cutie won't leave the room feeling like, apana, now we're fighting. No, it just be like, okay, let's talk about it, Bobby. I really still want to hang out even on Saturday, but like, since you asked me, let's find a way to, you know, it's just communication, talking, being friends, building the relationship. But najua si kila mtu anaishi hiyo utopia yangu.
Wewe ile una describe ina work. Vile unaisema in words na vile ina work. Lakini kwa ground sasa kuleta hiyo.
But you see, ndo nifike hapa, I had to do the work. Si ati pia mimi niliamka tu nikatokea place, everything is candy and unicorns.
People sit, people talk.
I had to cry, I had to sit, I had to go through these breaks, even me. Mimi msesha niambia hivyo, and I was heartbroken, but I believed them. I believed it to be a break. And I watched as they went ahead and dated other people.
See?
And I
See,
sat
Roberta?
there waiting. Yeah, I sat there waiting, crying, begging, asking why, what's wrong with me? Am I not enough in the relationship? But that situation taught me that people's feelings have very little to do with me. How he felt about the situation, for as long as he had no confidence to come and tell me, Bobby, this is 1, 2, 3, then it had nothing to do with me for as far as I know. So now when people treat me a certain way, instead of asking myself, like, Kwani, I'm not enough, why didn't he choose me? What did I do wrong? It's not about me because, bro, you don't even have the confidence to come and just tell me straight up, Bobby, I don't want to talk to you anymore, or can we break up?
You think it's
but if you have the confidence to go on and date someone else, if you have the audacity to walk out of the, you should. Aje, it makes sense. Unaweza cheat, lakini hauwezi, hauna guts za kuniconfront. That's so wrong. So I think, and that's why I always tell people, you see now, the way I'm saying I did this work to get here. It's not that I just stumbled upon a life where everyone is nice to me, everyone communicates.
Let's talk.
No, I had to do the work. And by doing the work, I intentionally nitpick people who are just like me. Not, I mean, exactly like me, but like we have similar core beliefs. My friends also believe in communication. So you see, it's easy. I'm not going to start telling QT, QT, someone umeninyamazia zi. By the time QT anatoka hapa, anajua, kama amekosana na Roberta, there's some communication we have to have at some point. Whether we are mad, fighting, frothing at the mouth,
but
whether
talk.
wherever the fight will get, she knows how I am with my friendships. So she knows to come back into my life, she'll need to talk to me at some point. And that's just how it is. How I treat myself is how I see everyone else around me treat me. So it's not I wake up and go into these rooms where all men and women are good communities. No, I had to do the work.
You choose where to go.
And I had to be very intentional with the people I get into relationships with, the friends I hang around, even me, the way I treat myself. Hata mimi mwenyewe nikifeel niko sad, ama na throw tantrum about something, I sit with myself and I do introspection. I ask myself, why is it that I reacted that way? Was it because I was just being a brat? Was it because I was being mean for no reason? Sa ingine umejam juu jakula, uko tu na njaa. Ukikula ndo unaanza, kumbe ilikuwa tu njaa.
Angry people.
Exactly.
Angry people.
Yeah, so it's very intentional work. It's intentional work you have to do.
So, QT, because you have ever been in this situation, pole sana today you just...
Aiko tu sawa. Aiko sawa.
Why is it that kunanga hiyo confidence ya kuambia tu mtu that it's no longer working? Because ukiambia mtu ni break, sasa umemweka kwa which spot? Because they can't, if somebody asks them, are you in a relationship, what do they say? They can't say they are single. They can't say they are in a relationship.
They can't say you're in a break.
If they meet somebody they like, if they are good people, they are not sure whether to go ahead and chase these people or bada ngoje, because aliambiwa ni break, tuko kwa break. So why can't you just tell this person, by the way, this one is not working, so that they can move on and make decisions as single people?
As I said, sometimes it's just a polite way, because you can't be that. I cannot be that person that I cannot be the bearer of the bad news, by the way. Nikuja nikwambie, by the way, mi sikufeel anymore. By the way, Safin, wezi ambia mtu, surely Safin.
But that's the truth.
Sasa niambia mtu simfeel anymore.
The right thing to do.
Nyi mnataka nikwe mtu mbaya, mi si mtu mbaya. So, ndio maana na choose shortcut. Unajua break ni shortcut.
Atajuaje?
Kama ni mwise, kama ni mjanja. Kama ni mjanja atasoma tu. Let me tell you, unaona venye nani amesema, Bobby amesema something very important. Amesema for her she took it as a break, but later on alikam kurealize kumbe nimeachwa for real.
Which one was worse?
But you see,
which one was worse? if this person had told you,
because I held on for so long in that state of a limbo, that limerence where I'm thinking about him all day. Now, you know, you become more obsessed. You see people, sorry to cut you off.
It's okay, it's okay.
Just a short thing. You see, men normally have this craving of freedom, and women have this clinginess of settling. It's a biological, psychological thing. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's... So what I'd like to teach people is, you see, as a man, within your relation, let's say if you're a man in a relationship with a woman, as a man, if you want that freedom, you know what you do to get it? You give her the reassurance. You make sure you're present. You make sure you communicate, you tell her, you teach her, you're there, you're present. So that hakukosi, and I don't mean ati physically, I mean by making sure everything that is needed within the relationship, you're trying your best to fulfill. That way, when you're away, instead of, why aren't you here? It's, I miss you. Come back. And you see, when you give your woman that kind of reassurance, she stops being, where are you? Why are you not talking to me? Why are you... So tunanyimana zile vitu tunataka, juu tunadhani, nikimpay attention sana, hata niacha. Ama nikimcall sana, ataboeka na mimi ajipush away. Not realizing that if you give your partner reassurance, they are able to stay without you. Like if you tell me,
they know you're there.
Bobby, if you communicate with me effectively and tell me, Bobby, this week, I'm going through work, I'm so busy, I'm gonna be, let's talk on Friday. I might feel sad, but then because of love and respect and because I have understanding and grace, I will have to work on myself to make myself secure enough to stop feeling insecurity. Right. Where is he? What is he doing? What is he? But because people don't understand that, they think, he might think if he gives me reassurance all the time, it's creating a clingy person. But it's making me able to give him the space.
All right.
So to what Cutie was saying, sorry, to say what Cutie was saying, when you have to communicate so that I'm sure, ndoni nijitoe. Uta break up na mimi na ndaumia leo, lakini sibaki hapo nikikucall, nikikutext, nikikuwaza, nikikufikiria. Na wewe ushasonga. All you needed to do was the communication. It is difficult. I know it's difficult and it's even painful for the person you're breaking up with. But I promise...
We're not doing that, Bobby. We are not doing that.
It's better.
We are not doing that. Cheki, haiwezi.
Kuna two scenarios.
Siwezi safi. Siwezi amka asubuhi, tuko tu sawa na msee. Then nianze kumwambia, bra, by the way, sikufiligi, nataka tuachane. You know, sometimes you need to prepare someone. And the break is a preparation for the breakup. So when you're coming to tell someone, by the way, I just need a break, you know, you just don't wake up and tell someone that. It means there are things that have been piling up. There are things that have been triggering you. It could be his cheating. It could be his violence. It could be something that actually is from him. It's not really about me. Inaweza kuwa ni yeye, but inaweza kuwa ni yeye, amekam, ame-apologize. Then tunarudi the same thing. Amekam, ame-apologize. Anasema, oh, pole baby, you know, I didn't really mean it like this. Ameenda tena, amerudia the same thing. Unajua inafikanga mahali pia madem, you just get tired. And sometimes women we switch off. Ile una switch off. Yes, uko na mse kwa hao, but ume switch off. Unaweza kuwa uko hapo, you're serving him food, you're doing everything for him, but you're not there. Totally not there, by the way. Like, usha switch off. So a break is just, for me, I feel like it's a step, because when I was doing it, I was just like, I'm not feeling this thing. And because I really don't have the guts to like face that person and say, this is not working out, let's break up, I wasn't ready for also facing that thing in my life. But I gave him the reasons. I told him, it's because of ABCD. It's because I keep on telling you to stop doing this, but you keep on doing it. So maybe we should just take a break, go and think about yourself, go and think if those are the things you still want to do, because if we are going far, then we shouldn't be discussing this thing over and over again. Safin, we can't be talking about the same thing. Kila siku, hey, every day. Oh, stop cheating. Okay, sawa. Leo ni Mary, kesho ni Bobby.
You're actually sort of confirming something I heard somewhere, that, you know, women are emotional, men are physical. You know, by the time a woman tells you they are breaking up with you,
they are completely detached.
Emotions you don't cut in one day.
You don't cut them in one day. That's why I'm saying the break. The break. It's just a stepping stone of the breakup, because you're just like, by the way, I cannot. Any day akifika mahali tu asema, I cannot take this anymore. Atakwambia boss, niaje, let's take a break. You go think about if this is really what you want to do, if you still want to keep on seeing those other women that you're seeing, if you still want to keep on drinking. Unajua inaweza kuwa ni very many reasons. reasons. So you just pick and you're like, by the way,
but akienda think alafu arudi akwambia wacha tu nikwambie
hakunanga kitu kama kurudi. Nimekwambia Safina ukweli kwa ground.
Wacha tu nikwambie umemwambia you go think about whether you really want this to work. I've warned you about ABCD. I've always complained about this and that. I don't like when you come home late and umemwambia hizo zote. So you go think about whether you really want this to work. Aende boy child I think alafu arudi akwambie nimethink. I think
I'm ready to
I'm ready
you
now,
make it, yeah.
By the time dem anakuambia wende uthink. By the time, wacha nikwambie, by the time dem ana make decision.
That's why I'm telling you, just
women we are emotionally attached. By the way, no wonder wanasemanga, oh, you know, women, it's too emotional. Mnakuanga na emotions, of course. Oh yeah, tuko na emotions. Even though tumeumbwa na God, unaget, tuko na emotions mob. That's why by the time dem afike point tu akwambie, by the way, I can't, like siwezi. Unafikiria ati ameamka tu hivi? What them probably hata ameka 2 years. Akikupe tu chance. Ameka hata 3 years. Akikupatia tu hiyo chance ya kujaribu kuamend hizo behaviors zako, kufanya nini. But the women we can really stay in a relationship for even 3 years. Uko tu hapo tu na msee. Unamsoma tu rada, but inafikanga point you're just like it's been 3 years, 10 women later, but I am not doing this anymore. Unaget? So inaweza kuwa ni behavior ya physical, inaweza kuwa tu ni violence, maybe physical, emotional violence, unaget, inaweza kuwa ni cheating, inaweza kuwa ni drinking, whatever reason it is that you've decided to take that break for. Mimi nikitake your break, nilikuwa naishia, like I meant I'm going, and I never came back. Not after huyo boy ametry kuniconvince, babe unajua. Sasa ndio alianza kusema hizo makosa zake. Hiyo point, ndio ameanza kurealize, yeah, by the babe najua una take break because of ABCD. Unamwambia cheki, it's not about that. Tufanye tu hivi, hii break ni necessary. Let's take this break, go your way, I go my way, alafu tutapatana mbele buda. If this is meant to be.
Sasa hiyo kitu umesema ndio inanileta kwa point next ilikuwa. Kuna watu wanatumia hiyo break kama weapon. Kama ka wake up call sort of, yeah? You've ever heard of those, yeah?
Yeah.
Unasikia umesema after nilimwambia hiyo break ndiye akaanza kurealize. So kuna watu wamejua hiyo impact.
Anajua.
So anasema we need a break. Na I mean kuna wale mademo wenye.
Oh, because anajua itaprompt yo.
Yeah, is that ati I'm taking a break or yeah. I don't think I want this anymore. But kwa roho yake tu anajua vizuri bado anataka kukaa kwa hiyo relationship. Is that advisable?
And then that makes me even be all the more against breaks, because if someone did that to me,
I know.
It's like we're testing each other. We're not really sure we want to be in this. Or even if we are, I have weird, awkward ways of asking for attention, which is not how it should be. Like you should be able to go to your partner and say, babe, I want attention. Or babe, talk to me like this. Or babe, you're not talking to me enough. But since we're not able to do that, no maana kuna hizi ma shortcuts na kuna hizi ma vitu half zenye tunafanyiana, so many testings of each other, and it's so unfair. That's why I'm trying to advocate. I think it just pulls me back to working on the individual self. Kuna vitu zingine zenye learn for yourself na ukijiteach at an individual level, you can't project to the next person. Kama kujipenda, kama haujitestingi wewe mwenyewe on an individual level, how do you carry that to a relationship? Ati wacha nimwambie,
wacha nimjaribu,
because you know it's a way
to backfire on you.
Because you know it's a way to by the way, if you do that to me, I'll just give you your break and you will never hear from
that
me
is not
again.
what I asked for.
But you see, once I peep that that's what we're doing, I can tell maybe you're not as secure as you need to be within this relationship, because I need a partner who's able to communicate. Me mwenyewe, I communicate to myself, I communicate to my friends, I communicate to my lover. It would be nice if I dated someone who matches my energy. And I try to create a space where this is give and take. It's not just ati uyo mwenye anaitisha break up when confidence enough to just break up. It's uyo mwenye anaitishwa hiyo break pia. Now me on the receive, it's like me and QT, me on the receive. Even me, I have to have been able to create a space where QT feels safe enough to know I can talk to Bobby. I can actually go to Bobby and tell her, let's break up. It will be painful. It's difficult on both sides. It's not ati ule mwenye anataka break, ama break up ndio ati yano ana feel better, ama ako happy. Maybe it's also taken them, like QT said, 2 years, 3 years. They're grieving. They've been grieving. They're in pain. Wamefika to point, it's now wasting our time.
That was the best option.
I can't do this anymore. And they're still not confident enough to be able to say, yo, it's not really a break, it's a breakup. But then I'm just urging people to, work on yourself enough so that you're able to have the confidence. Because I promise you, Kenya unafanyia watu. Someone else will do it to you and you'll be so confused, like, people asking me for a break. I thought I was the pro of asking for breaks. You are used to breaks. You are used to giving them out. Now dish them the same way. It's not easy. Just teach yourself to be someone who, easy games mingi za relationships. Wachana, si must. Endea mtu mwenye una like. Endea mtu mwenye unataka. Endea mtu uneza communicatea. And I know people change. I know. By the way, easy advice zote napeana as I apply kwa abusive relationships. Easy ni zile relationships zenye ups and downs ni, babe, I don't have enough money. Ama, babe, you didn't text me in time. Hizo ndo
vitu mnaweza deal nazo.
Si hizi shida za cheating, beating, lying.
Ma deal breakers.
Those are deal breakers for me. These are the ones where sometimes a break is just mtu maybe someone is an athlete, they've been traveling or they've been training, and then they still want you to show up like actively, and they can't understand that maybe I just need a day. Maybe I just... Na easy break, si lazima zikuange 1 month. Sengine hata ni 1 hour. Sengine hata ni I can't talk. It's just the same as, let's say I'm going to work in the morning. Right now I'm here. Maybe my lover is wondering why I didn't reply their message at 6 a.m. like I always do. But at 6 a.m. I was getting ready to come here. It's just as simple as, babe, today I'm going in the office. I'll be out. I'll text you at 9. Simple as that. It's just the vitu zingine you take for granted and you feel like, but like it's not a need, it's not necessary. But you were also teaching me about this reassurance last week. That just communication of telling someone.
Yeah, and I've told you a lot of things.
You know, communication, you're being able to say, I won't be home today early.
Okay.
Today I won't come in for lunch. Tomorrow I won't be available in the morning to text you till about lunchtime. It's so important. It gives the other person so much peace wherever they are. In fact, usipomwongelesha the whole day, akili yake hairan kwa ati, what is she doing? Where is she? Is she safe? Is she fine? Does she need anything? Is she okay? It's skewed more to the positive care instead of the sneaky kushukuyana na kufikiria bad things. So that reassurance and communication, it really does wonders.
And it's both ways. It has to come from the both of you if you're in a relationship. If you want that kind of perfect environment, both of you have to work for it, right?
Yes.
Both of you have to be intentional about it. And as we're about to wind this conversation down, QT amesema categorically, no games kwa mambo ya relationship. Hizi stories za kuthreaten mtu ati unataka break, sijui let's break up. Na chini ya maji tu unajua, that is not what you want. You just want attention. Hey, be warned. Siku moja utapewa hiyo kitu unauliza. Unaenda kwenu ati mtu akukujie.
Utapata mwingine.
QT.
Hakuna kitu mbaya kama kutest waters in a relationship. There's nothing as dangerous as testing the waters. Why are you testing the waters? Because I keep saying, why are you in that relationship in the first place? Nimetoka kuambia Bobby, there's a reason why I'm not in a relationship, because I am not ready. Venye mnasemanga to put in the work, to do all that thing. I just want to focus on myself first before ni concentrate na hizo vitu zingine zote. So if you really know that you're not ready, why are you even getting in that relationship? Bobby said tukianza hii show hii mwaka alisema she's very intentional about she wants to get someone, like to get serious. So kama yako intentional, unaona wewe ni mtu mwenye amekaa chini, amejifikiria na akajua okay, now I'm ready to put in the work.
Your point she wants to get someone.
She wants to get someone this year. She wants to, unajua kama mna watch pia mnaweza fanya ile kitu.
Unaweza kuwa anafaidika na hiyo information.
Watume DMs. But really, if you're not ready to get, I think it's really unfair for anyone. Ukiingia kwa relationship na we ni joker na hauko huko. Yani wewe tu umeingia kwa relationship unaenda na wave. Unaona? Unaingia tu kwa relationship because una feel lonely, probably you're just there, you're just like lonely, au unataka tu mtu akusaidie ku get over, rebound. It's like a rebound. Then ukimaliza ku get over ule mse mwingine unataka kutoka because you aren't ready. Una realize umse alikuwa serious. So ukirealize mtu amekuwa serious ndio unataka ku take your break. And I'm telling you, there are things that trigger someone to take a break. I'm saying it from where I'm seated, like there's a reason why why you tell someone you want a break. So if you cannot go through all these storms with someone, hivyo venye tumesema, because Safini umeichallenge ukauliza, mbona wachane na mse if you're going through grief, ndio time yenye mnafaa kwa pamoja. So if really, you can't get all the stormy weathers together, then why are you with this person in the first place? Hiyo kwanza ndio the real test when you are in a relationship. So history ya kusema you need room or you need something, imagine it doesn't work that way. Kama uko kwa relationship wejua tu kama ingia na kichwa ujue maze, this is it for me. So whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's in sickness and in health, I'm sticking with this person. Whether ni financial difficulties, niko na msi hakuna cha kusema ati oju tuna go through financial difficulty, wacha niondoke, wacha tu mimi nitoke kwanza nitafute doa alafu tutarudiana. You know, it doesn't work that way. But the minute umeona tu mtu ameanza kukwambia tu ati to take a break, please, like hata usifikirie twice. Wewe jua tu umse either yuko serious ama ni wewe ndio ulimtrigger. So ask yourself those questions like, did I really do something wrong to this person, or does this person not deserve me? It could be you're too good for them, of which when it happen, you know, they're just bad people out here. Ikitu tuna joking nayo.
And it's allowed. Imagine by the to a point whereby you feel like somebody you're with is too good. Na unataka like una feel you don't deserve that person, the best thing to do just walk away. By the way, unaweza pata mtu aliingia kujoke tu alafu unapata mtu alikuwa serious. Alafu na realize they meet dem mwenye ako serious, anataka kusettle na ana feel that's not what they want at that time. Imagine the right thing to do ni kuachana tu na yeye aende apate mtu mzuri. History ya kujoke around ati breaks, ulikuwa umeingia kujoke and then I realize mtu he's too good. This is not what I want now, but he's just too good. The right thing to do is just leave. And it's true. Sometimes someone is too good for you. So if you get into a relationship and you're like, okay, umsi ako serious, na mi maybe sikuwa nataka tu, sitaki hiyo seriousness saizi. So hiyo yake ni sana tu. Wacha niondoke, na ni poa kuondokea. Venye tumesema, imagine ondokea tu huyo mse, wacha aende apate mtu wake serious. Kwa sababu historia ku blackmail, unajua ni ukweli kuna watu blackmail ku test waters. Basi situaachane. Unajua huyo boy atakama kubembeleza kwambia, babe pole, I didn't mean it. You see, why are you testing this person? Unaweza test tu mtu aende akiendanga by the way na hajoke, ajui jokes. Unamwambia ati wacha niende, anakuambia oya pack your things and go, or yeye mwenyewe pack na aende. So don't really test someone if you're in a relationship and you want to be serious. Na mambo ya breaks, wewe tujua tu mtu akikanyaga break pale kwa gari hataki kugonga ile gari kwa mbele. Wewe jua tu hivyo, there's a reason why kuna breaks pia kwa gari na kuna pia breaks in life. So as we wind up, I don't know whether what you described is perfect, but should we say it's more of space than break? Because in relationships you need space, yes. You may need some just space to do your things, career-wise or what. But break is where ishi maisha yako mimi. Is that healthy for a relationship? That's what we've been discussing. So is it, would we rather say space or time?
I think it's on synonyms. I think taking a break and taking some space,
the
same thing. Need to difference maybe in a come in where definitions zenu within
okay, fine. Yeah, now I get you.
Create your own boundaries. Sema, we're on a break, but you're not. I don't want to date other people.
So you define your break.
Yes,
good.
Ama it means we can date other people. Cool. Whatever you decide for yourself, you don't judge according. And let me just, as I'm winding up, please love yourself. Please choose yourself, because usitegemea the next person akwena confidence iyo ya kukuambia ukweli. Not everyone is like that. I've said humans are very complicated. We're very, some of us are very non-binary, some are binary. We're just different. We're not the same. Kuna mtu akona hiyo confidence ya approach, kukuongelesha. Kuna mtu ana hiyo confidence. Na kama uko kama mimi venye nilikuwa, you might stay in the relationship waiting. Na huyu mse maybe ameshasonga. So have the discernment to be able to tell earlier on, this is not a break. This is actually a breakup. This person doesn't like me as much. Or if you're the person instigating the break, work on yourself so that you have the confidence to be more communicative with other people.
All right, I'll cut you short there. Roberta Bobby, by the way, unaweza mfuata kwa mtandao so that you can continue having this conversation and more. And also, QT was with us also in studio this morning. Unfortunately, CJ couldn't join us, but next week, hopefully, he will be part of this conversation as well, as we empower you each and every Tuesday on how you can be a better social being in your relationship, in your friendship, and Tell us your experiences, by the way. This is just not a one-sided conversation. We want you to contribute as much. Tell us the realities on the ground. Correct us where you think we may not be getting it. And also tell us those exciting experiences that you're having that are positive. It's all not doom and gloom. Love is a beautiful thing and it can happen. My name is Safina Chieng Oma. Thank you so much for creating time for this. Have a lovely day ahead.